Hello, this is Greg Galson of Green Griggs coming to you on the 27th of January 2021. Time on deck, 2018 hours Central Standard Time. And maybe a little bit later before I post this tonight or even tomorrow. We'll have to see. I got a live session coming up soon. All right. The World Economic Forum is meeting right now. In fact, they're meeting in Davos, Switzerland, and they are at this minute planning the Great Reset. Yes, a ginormous, as they describe it, global reset. Their objective, they claim, is to reset the world, i.e., the whole world. Really? Or who are they? How could they do that? Well, they're just some of the most powerful companies, corporations, most influential, richest people, and top world leaders. They can't do anything, can they? Well, they might make it a little too interesting in the Chinese proverbial sense of, may you live in interesting times. Yikes. In fact, I would say right now, we've got our work cut out for us if we want to maintain our freedom, because this has nothing to do with freedom. This has got everything to do with a global jackboot on your neck, because in the name of goodness, what they have in mind and how they would institute it, their global gulag, is a bit concerning. Now they make it all sound sweet and syrupy when they bring it to you, when they start talking about it. Oh, nice, lovable old chops like Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab, who is the man who's behind the World Economic Forum at the moment, who started all this stuff and is pushing this. Yeah. He just did also a video about global hacking. Wow, just right after this, we found out about the solar winds. Interesting. Wow, did he already know about that? Probably not, but holy smoke. All right, so let's get into this. This is really going to be interesting. They're meeting right now. There's also an alternate group meeting called the Greater Reset. And lots of potential hope. Check them out. But we're going to go into what these guys are plotting against us right now. I'm going to show you. Oh yeah, before I go here, bear in mind, the greatest things you can do to maintain your independence, one is grow your own food, develop your own trades, be as independent as you can, and support your local community by shopping local and spending your money with local farmers, local artisans as much as you can. But to grow your own garden, I would encourage you to buy seeds from True Leaf Market, buy heirloom seeds so you can save them and replant from that, and then you can be selling seeds and plants yourself later. Go check out my link below to True Leaf Market and buy the heirloom open air pollinated seeds. You can also grow indoors. If you're in the city, you can grow indoors. I got videos on that below. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe, bang the update notification bell, and click all, because of the proposition of my channel, help you survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. And I'm bringing this video so you can keep your eyes wide open, and head on a swivel. And I call my followers affectionately swivel heads. All right, so swivel heads. Let's see what they're trying to throw at us. Here we go. Let's do a share. Bing, bing, bing. Okay, here's a video these guys just put out. I'm going to show you a couple other videos. So this isn't the only thing we're going to go over today. We'll do a real quickie here.
The pandemic has radically changed the world as we know it, and the actions we take today as we work to recover will define our generation.
Now is the time to think what history will say about this crisis.
2020 has been challenging on a lot of levels, as economic, environmental, and societal frailties have been laid bare. But it's also proved that
notice they're defining everything in our age according to the bug. I'm going to put that in a little perspective here toward the end of these video sharings. This, kind of interesting how they're trying to hit the whole reset on our globe over this.
That when we need to, we can act rapidly and restructure our lives.
Recovery from the pandemic is an opportunity. We can
never let a good crisis go to waste, right? Solinsky, Rahm Emanuel, and others.
See rays of hope in the form of a vaccine, but there is no vaccine for the planet. Nature needs a bailout. You don't want to go back to the status quo that you had before, simply because it was the status quo that got us here.
Now, wait a minute. The way we ran the world had to do with how this bug came out, really? Well, I started talking about more than that, too. Of course, they're talking about global warming. And they're using the bug as the opportunity for the reset on global warming. Interesting how that all kind of just plays in and fits together for them, right? Hegelian dialectic. If you want a solution, create a problem and offer, if you want to end result, create a problem, offer a solution to that problem that takes you to the end result. Hegelian dialectic. Yeah, it looks like they got a double barrel Hegelian dialectic running here, a 1-2 punch Hegelian dialectic running. Interesting.
Everything falling apart, we can
Falling apart? That was a controlled demolition.
reshape the world in ways we couldn't before, ways that better address so many of the challenges we face. And that's why so many are calling for a great reset. A great reset? That sounds more like buzzword bingo masking some nefarious
Buzzword bingo. Whose picture is this?
plan for world domination.
Klaus Schwab. Yeah, he's the guy starting global elite plans for your future. Yeah, they do. That's what they're doing actually right now. So they're kind of making fun of it. That's actually their leader right here. Wow.
Hands up. This kind of slogan hasn't gone down well. But all we really want to
See, they know they're already being picked on. Well, look at this. Yeah, I think they're kind of giving you a little honesty here as they're making fun of it, right?
say is that we all have an opportunity to build a better world. And it's not surprising that people who've been disenfranchised by a broken system and pushed even further by the pandemic will suspect global leaders of conspiracy. But the world's not that simple. Every one of us has differing priorities, values, and ideas.
Now that part's true. I'm going to show you basically, and I'll follow it with the following video. What, kind of on the lines of the other group meeting, the Greater Reset. I've got the greenest idea on earth. I'm going to show you how to really do this, but not force people into it. Make it so nice, so wonderful, everybody will want to jump at it. I got a concept that's going to knock your socks off. Some of you have already seen some of it. You're going to love it.
That's part of why solutions are so hard to come by, and why we all need to be involved in it.
Mine's not going to be a top-down solution such as the ones proposed here by the global elite.
Decision making, because whether it's politicians, CEOs, academics, activists.
Now look at here. What do we got? We got the president of the United States. You know who that is? That's Charles Schwab. There's Putin. There's our lady over the International Monetary Fund. And who's this? Yeah, she is the great. Yeah, and she's even cited in here in on her website. She's the world's greatest economist, by the way, Greta Thunberg, right? Make it seem so. Looks like she's refereeing the handshake. I would say it might need a referee.
Or you. We're all about getting people together, even those you may not like, to sit down at the table and develop solutions that work for all of us. But
oh yeah, Putin presented today.
Enormous trust between the private sector and the public sector for this to actually.
Putin presented today at Davos at the World Economic
Forum. That trust is hard to come by.
It's time for people to work together, listen to each other, and
now wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa! Look at this. You see all these lights in here, the power. You know what? I actually did the layout for the electricals here in node 2. This is node 2, the Unity node, I believe was the name of it. Unity, Harmony, one of the two. This is node 2. That's what I always called it. On the International Space Station. This is where all the astronauts come in. This is where the PMA, the docking adapter, and all that stuff is located. The docking adapter for the spacecraft coming in. They're all coming in through node 2. So whenever you see these greetings and you see the lights on, hey, I am the one that picked how all that wiring was ran and everything for those lights. So yeah, I had a finger in this right here, guys. Uh-oh, that's scary.
build this trust.
But what's that got to do with their research? They're taking they're taking credit for that.
So we can move towards a better world. And we really need one. Because while the pandemic affects us all, it's clear it affects some more than others.
The first people who are hit are the people at the front, those who are vulnerable. It is those on the front line who take it first. And that is simply unacceptable.
Okay, do we want to watch this whole video? Let's see.
The damage caused by the pandemic, the message from
That? This is damage caused by the pandemic. Oh, okay, well, we got to back up a little bit.
climate change set to dwarf the damage caused by the pandemic.
Oh, dwarf the climate. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're using the bug as the first step toward controls to control their end goal, what they call climate change.
The message from 2020 should be abundantly clear.
Capitalism, as we know it, is dead.
Oh, well, you killed it. That's why. It wasn't a fault of capitalism. It was a fault of shutting everything down. Now, we're going to talk about what they got in mind here, guys.
This obsession that we have had with maximizing profits for shareholders alone has led to incredible inequality and planetary emergency.
So what do we have now? We now have corporations whose bottom line or top objective isn't to meet the bottom line. It's social and political control, where a company might lose a big part of their market share. They don't care. They are shutting people down or deplatforming, quieting people down. They're going into control mode. That's interesting, right? So, oh yeah, by the way, now they're saying your credit score in the future will be determined by how you surf the internet. What's that got to do with your ability to repay loans? Nothing. It's more social control. It's like what China has, social credit system. So yeah, you got to be in line with their thinking. So that's really an affront to everything that we have believed in this country in terms of our freedom and freedom to choose and freedom to speak. And so they're using the corporations now in league with the government and to accomplish these things. So they got an unholy alliance, and corporations in league with the government and a system called socialist. If it was a nation based, we used to call that a word that started with an N and ended with an I and had an AZ in the middle. You know what I mean? It was also the jackboot rule that was required to enforce it. Had to do with something in Italian that's called fasci. The fasces. Fasces are basically sticks that beat people with way back in the Roman days. So what was the word that came out of that? You go figure. Oh yeah, but the anti people who were supposedly anti against those sticks, right? The fasces. What are they supporting? Seems to be heading in this direction. So are they really anti or are they pro? You tell me. I don't know. I made that rhyme, so you can figure it out.
But no one can do this alone, and top-down approaches won't get us anywhere, because everything we've learned in our work has shown us that diverse voices lead to better results. And it's for these reasons that the forum talks about something called stakeholder capitalism, which would shift businesses away from just profit, because...
Yeah, away from profit. We're going back to social credit system here. You think you're really going to have a voice? You think it's not going to be top down? Who's planning it? The richest people, most powerful people in the world are the ones planning this. You think they're planning this to give up everything they got? If you believe that, I got some nice beachfront property for you for sale around a little beach town called Point Barrow.
If we want to change
Look it up.
Where the focus of our recovery will go, then we need a new dashboard for the new economy. And that needs to encompass people, planet, prosperity, and institutions.
Giving people a real stake in the economy and putting well-being before growth.
So it all sounds nice, but what is it really? I mean,
with nature for the survival of the peoples and our...
Hey, I support nature. I got the best ideas for supporting nature, way beyond anything.
It's the people who have great ideas and who share them with others. They're the ones who are shaping the future.
So why are they letting the biggest bankers to be the ones that's actually running the forum? See, they'll tell you one thing here, make it sound like they're trying to accommodate you. But when you see who's actually at the forum, who runs all this, who's behind it, you'll see it's quite a different story. But they have a lot of ways of making it sound great and wonderful. For example, this was one of their videos. This is for 9 years from now. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. See, he's happy. Why? Whatever you want, you'll rent. And it'll be delivered by drones. I guess that means you got no socks. You got no drawers. You're renting your drawers. You want to deliver my bus by drone? My home? All right, now what does this got to do with it? See, they're taking credit here for things that others are already doing, making it all sound like it's part of their plan. This is already work and research that's undergoing right now. It's nothing to do with the Great Reset. But they don't want you to eat meat. Not much. Maybe a few bugs. Got to Bring in more refugees. Gee, my home is going to be so good, so green, we'll have to burn carbon just to make up for the shortages in the atmosphere. Just keep them freezing to death. Wait, do you see what I got to show you? I'll do it in a follow-up video, not in this one. Now, wait a minute. What's this got to do with our going to Mars or Elon Musk or any of that stuff? Yeah, see, they're taking credit for everything in the sun. We've been working on that for decades. It got nothing to do with the Great Reset. Okay, enough of that. I'll show you what they really have in mind. This is what they really have in mind right here. Oh, come on, open up, get big. We'll go past the warnings or whatever label. There we go. Try to cue it up for you. This is where they really want to go, right here, guys.
Should this tactical zoom lens be made?
Oh, not commercials. Oh no.
This is the first reasonably priced.
Here we go. So we'll get out of that one. I'll take you to some other things here. So what's happening in Davos? Yeah, see, that's their big dream. They want to have a two-tiered society where they're so far above us we can't even reach them. That is really their dream. And yeah, we are planning space habitats like that, and those rotating space habitats. I favor that concept, but it doesn't have to be a society like that at all. We can all float our boats. We can all do better. And this notion we can't is an illusion. I'll go into that more in the future. We can all live a much better life. Yeah, so you know, look at the kind of guys that go here to the World Economic Forum. My good friend Xi Jinping. Yeah, I talked about him last night, right? Oh, you know, I was so regretting that I had neglected him for so many weeks. Yeah, you better see my video about that if you're taking me too much. Don't take me. Sometimes I joke, guys. Some people don't get it. They get mad at me when I joke. And even sometimes my titles in my videos are a joke. If you see a cartoon character in the title of my video or my thumbnail, I'm probably putting my tongue in my cheek and having a little fun, guys. Come on. So yeah, same old globalists. So yeah, we'll have a whole new crop of globalists. That's the real answer. Be a rapper. What? So I said rapper. So hang on, guys. Let's go over here. Here is the actual meeting going on. This was today's meeting right here. And so Carbon makes a conversation with Bill Gates. Who opens this event today? Oh, none other than Bill Gates. Wow. First name on the agenda here is our dear buddy, my brother Bill. Got a still on the hill, runs them off a gallon or two. Yeah, right. Delivering social justice and recovery. How are they going to deliver it? Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel. Health buses and vertical veggies. Now, hey, I can deal with that one. Financing the Amazon's transition to a sustainable bioeconomy. Okay, that don't sound bad. Financing the net zero transition. Special address by Vladimir Putin. From wages to wages. So from dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Nor net zero. Special address by Moon Jae-in, President of the Republic of Korea. And then here the agenda is just Radio Davos. Oh, and welcome to day 3. Interesting. So this goes on. This has been going on since the 25th and goes through, I believe, the 29th. So they're really busy meeting over there, guys. They're really having at it. And I've looked for videos, self-containing live video. And look, what's so important to him here? Boom, look at this. What's the center of this graphic? Strategic intelligence is the tab. So what's the key to strategic intelligence? Ooh, that? Yeah, look, they got everything in the world connected to it, looks like. Mental health, aviation, travel, and tourism. Wow, everything in our world depends on this. Well, no wonder Bill Gates kicked it off today. Holy smoking guacamole. Holy guacking smokamole. I guess Bill Gates is now the center of the universe. Wow. Good thing he's got all the operating systems on the computers. Hey, I can support that, but not at the exclusion of everything else. You know, see, they'll take a lot of good things. See, guys, the way you put deception out or a lie is you build it on the cylinder of truth and then put a little spin on it, just enough to throw people off. Just enough to throw people off. So you can see what's centered all of this. Yeah, you got to have some of that, right? And why we must not return to business as usual. Let's put things in perspective. How many people have we lost, unfortunately, to this bug? Way too many. 2 million too many. So this is the thing that's changing the world. Well, what about this bug? Tuberculosis. How many did we lose this year? A little over 4 million, twice as much. Well, why ain't we doing all this for tuberculosis? Because we're used to it. People aren't scared of it. Is that it? I don't know, guys. You tell me. I don't know. That's odd. 2 million, 4 million, 4 million, 2 million. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, we talking about tuberculosis. What is the important thing we got to talk about now here? An alert. Interesting. Now this is spreading, and it's got a variation that seems to be spreading a lot faster. Well, you know, that's a data point you throw out when you see a spike in the chart like that. It means you got something bad in the data. We always know that in the science community. So this is all interesting thing here. I'm not going to. This isn't the subject of this video, except they're using this to advance their agenda for global warming. I've done enough sharing here. Bam. That's enough of that. That's how they're advancing their agenda for global warming. They're using that. So they got all the controls in place. Oh, thankfully. And, you know, I just did a video about domestic terrorism. Well, now they've already had the Patriot Act. So now, you know, that kind of stuff's been in place. I think they got to renew it. They might. What are they going to do? It's like all the little things are being lined up. And they claim that the stakeholders, it's not about economics anymore. Who are the stakeholders? Really, who are they? Who's actually going to get the credit and the social credit? Well, we know how that works in China. We saw, it was the first picture I showed you from the World Economic Forum. My dear friend, Xi Jinping. My dear friend. Yes. I will tell you, I think that is the most dangerous regime on earth. We'll talk more about that in the future. The people are great. It's the leadership. It's what floats to the top. That's what we got to stop. But we can let them do it from within. That's the place to begin. All right, enough said of all that. See my video from last night. See my video I just posted on the terrorism alert. And I'll be doing a live session tonight. I don't know if I can get this video up before I do the live session or not. But guys, it's getting real. These guys are rolling at us. I say that's what I'm talking about. You know, I don't know that stuff ever happens. I've had some people comment on my stuff. Really? Look what all happened this year. Look what else happened this year. We've locked our country down. And I've done videos talking about it. And what I say about it, I said what's happening is they're shutting down everything in the middle. All the small business guys are getting wiped out. The guys at the top just get richer and richer. And they're using that as part of the excuse to promote all this. But it's these people who are coordinating all this. So you think they're doing all this to give up what they got? No. They are setting themselves up to be a permanent elite class, and everybody else will be peasants. Yes, this is Neo-Feudalism. I would submit that they're planning for the Great Reset to be Neo-Feudalism. And the end goal is there in that movie, Elysium. They're living in great splendor, and everyone else is living in squalor. And how you stop it is how you vote with your dollar. Vote local. Vote for your friends. Don't spend all your money on their stuff. The reason they got all the power is because you've thrown them the money. So there you go. That's how we take back our honey. We don't give them the money. All right, guys. Enough said on all that. If you can figure it out, we'll do more on this in the future. do join my Freedom Restoration Foundation, because we'll be keeping an eye on things to preserve our freedoms. I got links in there to that. You can join us on Facebook as long as we're on the platform. I don't know how long that'll last. We're on MeWe. But the best thing to do is send me an email. Send it to info@freedomrestorationfoundation.org and put freedom in the subject line. Now, if you want to join a survival tribes, put tribe in the subject line. That way we'll know how to process your stuff. So I got a volunteer working on that for me. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everything you're doing. I appreciate you guys for watching my videos. And say, Greg, I don't want to live in squalor. We don't have to. Stay tuned. I got another video coming up, how we can all live richly and have zero impact on the environment of the world. It's the greenest concept on earth that I got coming to you. Anyway, everyone, I will say with that, thank you for watching.